Alright, so we're back. We have some new people that are into vaping as well. And they got some new mods that they wanted to share with us.
Forgot my tugboat at home.
Minus one of them.
You got 2 new mods.
I have a couple new ones as well I'm going to go over. I got my Geek Vape Aegis. And I got the X Baby Beast tank as well.
X stick, I think it's called.
Well, the stick is, but the tank is the X Baby Beast.
Oh.
And then you are vaping on a...
Me?
Yeah,
Oh. An Alien 220.
with
He's a big baby beast.
and
And a wonderful, cool globe glass.
Bulbous tank.
it adds about 4 milliliters of juice.
Yeah.
But it's very difficult to see your juice level in.
Yeah.
You gotta hold up to the light.
Yeah, like a spotlight.
No. Any light. Use my phone screen.
And then he's got a mod over there, one of the...
All I know is it's called the Pulse. I don't know the full title of it, but it's the Pulse by Bandy Vape. And then I bought the little Pulse RDA with it as well.
And I have the same one. And pretty much take this deal off here. And it's got this bottle in here for you can
Squonk it.
squonk, but it's dripping, so you just squeeze the bottle and it drips for you. So you don't have to drip and drive, which is why I like it the most, because I commute a lot.
And we can eat.
Dripping and driving, it's not safe, don't do it.
And
What
we.
batteries are those? Those don't look
I
like
was-
the 18650s.
I was just about to get to that.
It's a 20
It's the
700.
And they also come with adapters to use the 18650 as well.
Yeah.
That would be an 18650.
And we
You're all familiar with that.
And you're gonna pull your battery out.
I'll pull my battery out. And it's nice because the back comes off. So, because these batteries are tight in here, so you just got to push it out from the back. And it just pops right out.
And if you put it next to that one.
And I am. And that's a nice comparison of
It's
it.
supposed to be like 2 millimeters taller, I think, and like, or maybe I don't know the exact. And it's made, and the Pulse is made out of the same material of 3D printed. But it's molded. It's not 3D printed itself.
It's made out of PLA filament.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah. And it's like as mechanical as it gets. There's no wiring whatsoever. And like to turn it on and off, you got this little switch in here. You literally just like.
Technically not as mechanical as it gets. 'Cause
And I have the Geek Vape Aegis. It's supposed to be waterproof and indestructible and all that.
also dustproof.
Yes.
The mod, not the tanker RDA you put on it.
Oh yeah, you drop it, the tank's shot. It matches my Jeep. If you look through my other videos, that's the only reason I bought it. Honestly, it did.
He's
He's
dying.
choking on it over there.
Choke on Casper.
And on that, I have just the regular Baby Beast.
What battery is it?
Yeah, what battery?
Yep, and that's the other thing. This one actually runs the 26650 battery, which is much
So
bigger.
we
Hey, I
can-
can hold it.
Okay.
So
Wow.
this one's max you can get is about 3,000 milliamp. That one is maxed at about 3,000 milliamp. This one can go to 5,000, but this one's only at 4,200.
And this has more amps than the 18650. This one's a 40 amp battery, and the 18650 is the 15 amp. So when you put an 18650 in one of these pulses, it's not very fun.
And it drains the 18650. So although it does come with a sleeve that you can mod, I can even put that in the mine, but you just kill the battery so
It
quick.
does. I can go literally days without charging batteries on my Alien 220, and I was going through 2, 3, 4 batteries a day in the Pulse with the 18650, and I literally put the 2700 in there, and I went 2 days without charging it. So I would say buy the actual battery that it comes with and use the adapter if needed. Okay, the battery that it
It's
needs.
supposed to use. I can only go about a day on one of these because I'm a vapeaholic.
I get about 8 hours out of mine, but I never put mine down.
I go to work and I'm not allowed to vape at work, so I have to just chill.
So I'm not going to go into the stick a whole lot. I mean, it's the 5-button on, 5-button off. You all know that. 3,000 milliamp. The big thing and the only thing about it is its top airflow. Coils are slightly different. Can't cross them over. I'd probably get about 8 hours out of this on a full charge too. If I turn it on,
It depends.
better.
If I'm if I'm sitting at home and vaping, my batteries go just down so fast. But like I said, when I go to work, I can generally get a pretty good amount of time.
Yeah, and I don't get that because I go to school all day, and you know I've got hours between some of my classes, and I never charge my batteries. I feel like you guys always charge my batteries,
But
and all I do is sit in my SUV, watch Netflix, and vape all day.
and also,
Like I don't like you guys
You know
say that
what?
you don't put yours down. I don't put mine down all day.
I also got a Rulo. I believe it's the RX Gen 3.
Mm-hmm.
It comes with this little gopher tank. I think it's called the gopher. It's real small.
Oh, yeah.
And you can take out the little rubber in it, and you can add about 2, 3, I think maybe 4 at the most milliliters of juice to it just by taking out the rubber. But yes, I have the Wismic RX Gen 3, and I have a TFB12 on top.
So comparing that to just a regular Wismic RS200S
Yeah, that would be your anniversary. Our anniversary.
without a tank, are they like different in sizes if you put them side by side?
Only you replaced your deal.
Yes, my first RX that ever had the 510 pin go to shit like everybody else's does.
Oh, but yes, mine is smaller. It's supposed to be the smallest triple battery mod around.
And has the Wismic 510 pin that they say is shit.
No, actually, that's supposed to have the new good one.
No, that's the slider. I'm just, it is.
Okay.
I never had an issue until this tank. My other two are perfect.
Tank.
Mod. But it still takes the same 3 batteries. It's shorter because they just put the control mod into where the board is instead of over top of the batteries like this one. That's the only reason it's shorter.
Yeah.
It fits a lot better too.
And then also, on another note, I have my RX 200S.
Oh.
And this is my beater mod. This was the first triple battery mod I had. And it's seen better days. It's a triple 18650. Yeah. It's got,
Mine's wrapped.
and it's, oop, I don't want to do that. Jeez, who screwed this on here? Me?
Yeah, you don't want to get carried away when you put your tanks and stuff on. 'Cause that's what blows those 510s out on the Wismics. That's
And
the biggest thing that blows them out.
Comparing yours versus mine. I mean, I'm sure they probably already know, but
I mean, they should be this. Oh, yours being stock and mine being
Yeah.
switched over to a Fat Daddy 510 pin.
yeah, that. So
And it
it's a
just
little-
goes over the top. It's actually got the little hole right there. And the Fat Daddy just fits right in it.
Yeah.
Not 100% flush.
Nope. Or as in, since mine's made for it, it's actually recessed a little bit.
Yep, that's why it fits down in there.
I had to put my, what was this, Big Baby Beast? I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, that's the big
That's
beast.
the big
I had to put my Big Baby Beast on here because apparently my battery was too weak for my TSB12.
TFB12 starts at like 150, don't it?
Now, this one starts, well, it starts at 60, but it's recommended 130 to 200. I think I'm at 140.
So while we're at it, what do you have for juices? What's your flavor of the day?
I've been really liking cotton candy. So I
Yeah,
just,
a different brand.
yeah, I found this stuff called Circus Cotton Candy on that Vape 6 Nick.
Why is it yellow?
What same color is this? Oh, I
What's
guess it is a
that?
little darker, isn't it?
Is it the bottle that's doing it, or is it the juice?
It's the juice.
Oh yeah, you can see it in there. It is
Yeah.
darker.
Well, no, this was old juice.
Oh, he's vaping old juice.
It's not super old, but it's not new. But anyway, so this is, I got addicted, well not addicted, well, this was my favorite juice for quite a long time. And after a while, you just get burnt out on it. Yeah, I take to fame that I got him hooked on this because he's like, oh, how do you know you're gonna like it? I'm like, well, I'm just gonna try it.
You bought it online without trying it. You really should go to a vape bar and try stuff. Otherwise, you end up with a bottle or two that you have to give away because you just don't like it.
So,
Not that
I
I've
don't
ever
like
done
it. It's gross.
Yeah.
Don't
Well,
make it. It's gross.
I know people are entitled to their own opinion. But anyway, he tried it and he really liked it, and now that's his everyday vape. I changed it up every now and then. I can't always find a flavor I like, but I was at the vape store and I found this. And I gave it a try, and it's super, super sweet, and it's really good.
I found it. I was like, babe, you might like this one. And
Maybe.
I tried it. I don't mind this one. I can stand it, but this one is gross.
But if you can see, I don't know if you can see in there or not, but yeah, my juice is old, and I just mixed some new stuff with it. So, but this, excuse me, this is this, what is it? So like I said, some of this juice is older, so that's why it appears to be darker. I mean, if you look, it is a little darker than this stuff over here, but
This one's orange, that one's yellow.
I'm colorblind, I still can't
That's what
tell.
I was saying. Yeah. So on to my juice, I guess. My Alien, I've got one that's called Papa Smurf. It's supposed to be like a fruity vape in the middle, or at the beginning, and then at the end it's supposed to have a custardy taste. I don't taste any custard. It's just fruit to me.
Kind of fruit.
It's just, I don't know, it's just like berries.
Okay.
That literally said fruity and like fruity custard.
Ooh,
But got
So
this
mixed
one,
fruit.
right, so I got this one down in Texas when I went to visit my family.
this is the box that the 2700 comes in, just wanted to point that out.
Oh, you do have one. I didn't have one of them.
He keeps all those boxes, he's a box hoarder. And then in my Pulse, which we call the Squonk box, I've got a Super Strudel. It's like a cinnamon brown sugar Pop-Tart almost. And he actually got the blueberry one. And then I got this one. And I mean, he liked his blueberry one, but when he tried mine, he had to go there like the next day and get it. So it's really good. It's sweet, but you can tell that it's supposed to be like a brown sugar Pop-Tart almost. Some people say it smells like s'mores, but
Well, how I started liking it is because we had the Olympus juice, but it was burning coils quicker than
Yeah.
normal.
Cinnamon
So,
in here kills coils.
so then we
It's
found
awesome juice.
we found this, which I think tastes pretty similar to it, if
I would
not
say,
identical.
yeah,
And
Does it
it's
still have the same cinnamon though?
it tastes
it
like
tastes
almost identical.
but it doesn't destroy coils.
Mhm.
That's why we like it so much.
Yeah. Olympus in my Squonk bottle, and there was not much left, and I ended up putting some of the Super Strudel in, and I could not taste the difference. It's like the exact same.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Or you can put it on your finger. Whatever.
I'm gonna lick it.
I know you like licking those.
So the only bad thing about that TFB12 is it drains battery really fast.
And it doesn't have a good flavor, and I'm big on flavor.
Well, you can get different coils. You can get smaller coils that don't drain battery as much, but I currently have the biggest coil they have, just because that's all I have left.
You're set up to blow clouds, not flavor.
And I can't even blow that good of clouds.
And I've been through a couple of things, as you've seen. Scion, I love it. It's like a $15 mod, or tank. I don't know why I get them backwards.
Yeah.
Flavor sucks on it. It does.
The Gopher was terrible.
Yes.
It was.
And it was like, the watts were kind of compared
Oh,
to
the Wismic one?
yeah, the one that came with my Gen 3. The watts were kind of similar. It's like 45 to 55, so it was kind of similar to what a Big Baby Beast coil would be. And I think that's what it is. It's like 55 to 65, I thought.
I don't know what the regular beast. Mine's set up for the sticks, so they're direct 3.7.
I mean, I know that mine, I have it at 60 right now, and I can go up to 80.
But 80 I found kind
But-
of
matchy.
80. Oh. But I mean, 80. You start to taste that burnt.
yeah, I matched too, 60.
That's what
Oh, then.
But we found, or I found, that
666.
once you stop it, that's not even okay.
I
found-
6060.
I found that once you hit that 75, 80 mark, you start to taste the burnt, like you're frying your coil.
80?
Well, yeah, because 80 would still be 3.7 watts.
I get to like 63 and it starts tasting bad.
Oh, but something else that we found is, I don't know what the software was called, but we found out how to, like, we can change the screen on this.
On the RXs.
On the RX 200S.
Yeah, I'm
And
not
then it says, what does it say? I forgot. Vapors Advisory Explicit Clouds. I don't know if you can see it from here or not. You might be able to. So just kind of customized. Yours
I gotta
said,
put batteries in mine now.
doesn't yours, do you want me to say what yours says?
Sure.
Doesn't yours say like Jeep?
Yep.
Because you're
It
a
would.
Jeep boy.
It has 2 blocks for the J and the P,
Oh yeah, that's right.
and then 2 E's in the middle.
I would hope.
It's
It's not a
And yes,
Jeep.
he chokes a lot.
It's not a Jeep, it's a Jeep.
Also, mine's modded where I have a blue screen. Of course, I wrapped everything.
I actually thought the blue screen was pretty cool, but I just stuck with the normal screen.
And I'm not cool, so I can't do anything with mine, so.
I remember when I bought that for you.
You did.
It was expensive.
I also have the modded firmware too on mine.
I took it off because I got sick of it. I just wanted to. I liked the little picture that it came with, but other than that, I didn't really care about anything else about it.
It's where I have the modded menu where you can change everything on the RX. But, honestly,
You can play
Other than-
games on it too.
yeah, you can play Tetris on your mod if you wanted.
You can play that Snake game too.
Okay.
Yeah.
But honestly, other than changing the screen to put it in the order that I use, I need to know my watts, my volts, my amps. I don't need the rest of it. But the RX Gen 3 already comes modded that, or it comes that way. It has what you need. It doesn't have all that other, I don't care how many puffs I've had that day or that hour or whatever.
And it's kind of cool. It's kind of got the little honeycomb design
Oh,
that tells
yeah.
you the volts, the coil,
Yeah, I like
and the
that
amp.
honeycomb.
If you can
design.
see that in there. And it's, whereas this one is a pull-off backdoor with magnets. This is a little trapdoor. And then, of course, it tells you minus, plus, and plus for the people who are.
Can't you run just 2 batteries in that one?
No, I'll try it, but I'm pretty sure you can. Which one should I take?
No,
it?
that's the other one that takes 4.
Yeah,
Mohawk.
no, it's the iJoy 350 something or another.
And the Smock Jeep Riff
Can it?
350 does it as well.
And
That's what I was thinking of. Wisma can't. You need all 3 batteries.
yeah, you do.
I don't know why you drop down. I mean, they don't add to the power. It just adds to how long it lasts for the day.
Yeah,
But
because
if you're running like the T12, you need that extra little push.
and the only bad thing is with that T12. Excuse me. The only bad thing with that T12 is it'll get to like 60% battery and it'll be like, oh, battery's weak. I'm like, ah, fine.
The tank's bigger than the mod.
In comparison.
Yeah, with the Alien 220 though, it's 2 batteries, little trapdoor on the bottom.
It's pretty close. But
Upside
I was
down.
just gonna do that. It's but the gopher is only like this tall.
That's the one that comes with it.
Yeah, I don't have that with me.
And you also have another mod that you don't have with you.
Which one? I got
Yellow and black one. Is that yellow and black one?
Yeah, it's your tug.
Green and black.
Oh yes, I have a Tug Life. I forgot about that. It's really nice. It has the DNA 250 chip, I believe, right?
Yes, it does have that chip in it.
But yes, it has the DNA 250 chip, I believe. And that's why it's so pricey.
Yeah, the DNA chips. It's like the RX200 with that modded software. You can do a million different things and you only need 2 of them.
Yeah.
But if you like dinking around, changing your software, changing your settings, it's great for it. He might have a picture, but if he don't, I'll throw one in the video so you can see it. I'll put it up here. while
Well,
we're
and I
talking.
had a
And a link will be down below. A link to all this stuff will be below.
I had a Elite. I have a Elite V2, an Armageddon Elite V2 RDA with it, And before something happened to the drip tip, it was beautiful.
I wonder what happened to it.
I don't know. Somebody put it on top of my SUV, and
somebody shook the SUV. Well, this is what it looked like.
So he's saying it's not indestructible like my mod is.
No, it's indestructible.
No, he put it on top of my SUV. He was very not
Graceful?
Yeah, graceful of getting out of my SUV, and it fell off the top and fell in the parking garage and
If you
shattered
get a couple
the drip
$100
tip.
mod, you don't put it on top of an SUV.
But
it was-
that's okay. We love him anyway.
It was interesting, that mod. The only weird thing was it was actually quite top heavy. Like, it was a super light mod, but it was really, like, for the weight that it had, it was very top heavy.
Everything's at the top, the controls
Yeah.
and stuff.
But it was
boards in the top.
it was really yeah, I think it is. It was really simple. It had just one little screen. It was kind of like the original RX 200, so it just had that little tiny screen.
Yeah, it was the DNA 75. No, 210.
Anyway,
What was your max wattage?
250 or 300.
So was the DNA.
Well, mine's the
Whatever
DNA.
the max wattage is.
Mine was the DNA 250.
There you go. The max wattage is 250.
There you go.
There you go.
And then it was real nice. It had like nice sleek designs where some of these have like, obviously they have like this edge where it was all smoothed over and it was very
Rounded.
comfortable in the hand.
And I offered to buy him a new drip tip, which is similar to this, but it wasn't the exact color and swirls, so he declined.
I didn't care about the swirls. It's just I liked the yellow color and I couldn't find one that was
I
the
had
same.
the exact yellow color.
Ladies,
Fine,
ladies,
then.
you're both beautiful.
Fine, then you give me that drip tip.
No, you already said no.
Well, I'm saying yes now.
I had a yellow one, actually. I printed him even one out on my 3D printer.
Oh yeah, that doesn't fit anymore. It falls right out.
He wore the hole out. Stretched it.
I was saying, while we're just talking, I can kind of show you how to fill this. I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory, but
I don't know. I didn't know how to fucking do it when I first saw it.
the easiest way I found out is just to pull the whole thing off. But you gotta be careful because this little tiny little piece of metal in there. will
So what
drip
is that
up.
metal ripping hanging down from there?
Squonk pen.
It's called the, well, no, it's yes, it's
the
the squonk.
squonker.
It's the squonk pen.
I want to put some juice through your squonk pen.
So most RDAs that you buy now come with the pin with the hole in it. And when you put it in this mod or whatever mod you're using, it has another little pipe that comes down. That's what that little silicone tube goes on.
So you drip through the bottom versus the top.
And as we said before, dripping and driving is not good.
Well, did you see that they make those things where you can put them on the windshield and you literally just like press it up to your windshield and it like dispenses a preloaded amount of juice?
I did not see that.
Oh, yeah, I have.
Do you really have one?
No. Maybe.
No, I don't.
Why don't you whip out some of the bottles full of juice you have?
I don't have any bottles full of juice. They're all empty.
Look at the ones up top.
Ones are just...
What is in that?
Just want to show the magnitude of juice that he has.
This is just the order I got today. This is the one I'm using. This is a backup. And then just in case I lose that backup.
He goes through that a day.
And then if I go to a friend's house, I have a spare. And if that one runs out, I have another spare. And yet, just another just in case I have another spare. My other ones are empty. And I do still have some Olympus.
Oh, and by the way,
That is the last that exists of Olympus as far as I know in the world.
oh,
Maybe in the store.
and what you should do is don't use these glass bottles because if you're trying to fill anything up, it takes so long.
Yeah, those suck. Get a freaking
I wouldn't
unicorn
go all the
bottle.
way.
You just put it in, squeeze it, you're done.
Well, I know how it
You
works.
still over there dicking around that little
And
test
what
tube.
also really sucks is when you put this.
Overfill it?
Well, no, it's not overfilled. It
Nope.
really sucks is when you go to screw this in, juice starts coming out the top.
Yeah, it's a squeezy bottle, so when you squeeze the bottle, it
But here's the thing: I don't squeeze it at all.
kind of reminds me of something, but we're not going to go there.
You partially went there. So basically,
Like a
when
baby
you
bottle.
when you fill this up, basically plan to have some paper towels around.
And then once you get it hooked up to that squonk pin, you're good.
It's sometimes even a challenge itself.
Sometimes.
So you've had them like a week now?
Give or take.
Have you had any leakage?
Mine,
Only on the initial putting in.
you know,
So like inside you never have leaks?
I do because I just cleaned it before this, but
She has leakage.
I do have some leakage where it'll kind of leak out and it'll be like all over the top here, so I'm going to take the RDA off and
Is that
clean it
because
all
you
up.
squeeze the bottle though? Or
No.
because it just does it?
It just does it, and I'm not sure why. But
Now, sometimes if you over squonk,
Oh,
it'll come
yeah.
out your holes.
air holes.
So, take your top off when you're done. Of your tank.
That's getting
Your mod. Your
Dripper.
dripper.
it's getting personal. That's
You
when you
think I
take off my
guess?
top. And these O-rings are actually really good. So like,
No, well, they are and they aren't. When you get it new, they are tight. Make sure
That's
you
what I was saying.
lube them.
they're real good. Like that ain't gonna come off unless you want it to.
So real quick. So now what you
Real
do?
quick.
Juice all over in
Yeah,
You
no.
did it?
No, me.
Oh. What you do is there's that little metal pipe, and you got your little rubber hose dealie. I got that far enough in. Oh my God, this shit.
Anyway, what am I doing?
So you're saying the O-rings are really good.
Yeah. You told me to take my top off.
Fascinated with that now. She's going to be stuck on it.
Yes.
So what about the airflow?
It's pretty decent.
Airflow.
I mean,
I
it's no
mean,
TFB12,
right.
but I mean, for what it is,
You got 2 holes next to each other on each side, so some in there,
4 holes in
some
total.
there. 4 holes in total. In case
Can
you
you
don't know how to
close them
math.
all the way off or
Yes,
only
you
partial?
can. You can close them all the way off.
these are the coils I have in there. See that?
What kind of clothes do you have?
So I have Alien Clapton's Air 5 wrap.
They're like 24 gauge.
He bought his. Mine are.
They just made yours in house.
Yeah, they
They're
made
just-
mine in house.
They're just like regular single.
Ours is 24 gauge, just 8 wrap.
Yeah.
Dual coils. But do they really taste any different? Yours and his?
I mean, I only honestly
other
haven't
than
used
different,
his.
other than different juice.
So
So you spent all that extra money for coils. And it doesn't.
he
taste
didn't know
any
that they would make
different.
them in house for him.
Well, I didn't know that either, but no, I think mine tastes damn good.
A minute ago he didn't notice the difference, but now.
No,
Now I put him
I
on the
didn't.
spot.
I didn't say I didn't notice the difference.
I
I said that there's a difference because of juice. I was
Oh.
being funny.
Yeah, because I've got the super strudel.
I put in cotton candy, which I should probably screw on before an accident happens.
Probably because you're accident prone.
You know what?
You love me.
So that's what it looks like now. Not too complicated.
What did it look like before?
Empty.
Empty.
And I think I showed it. But
You did.
But
cotton's looking a little messed
Keith didn't.
up. I'm saying it looks dirty.
I would have just changed the cotton.
Where mine's nice.
Do you want to
and
keep your
clean.
cotton on camera?
We can.
Can you do it?
No.
Probably. I
Oh,
can.
Okay.
I've done it before. I did, what did you let me, you let me
Buddha.
use your Buddha, and I did the cotton in that.
You're put on the spot. Do it now.
Bitch.
So we got some nice Japanese cotton.
Organic.
Japanese.
Actually, I think I'm going to replace the juice on my TFB12.
I've given him like unicorn bottles, and they lose them.
I don't lose them.
Really,
Still might have to.
where's yours now?
I showed you where's my.
Because
I-
one of yours is under my bed because I just found it. Which it's mine now.
Is it one of those taller ones?
It's one of the Muffin Mans.
Yeah. But I'm talking about those little ones that he gave me for Olympus. I have both of those.
That's not a unicorn
So. Some premature leakage there.
Sort of. Now we're to the point where we're going to change her cotton. Or she's going to change her cotton.
On my RDA. So
With
this
your
is-
squawk pen.
This is the RDA that went on my, that goes on my pulse.
It's my paper towel.
That's my paper towel.
That's your paper
I have 3.
towel. I have one.
This is the part I need you because I can't get that apart because I'm weak.
You put it on one, don't you? And pull it. So it's easier to get the bottom off when it's on, screwed on or something. Like those O-rings are super, super tight.
18. Shit, that's not tight anymore. Yeah, I see.
You want?
Just kind of rock it back and forth. Don't mess up the rings.
So am I taking this part or this part?
That's one.
It's a lot easier with a paper towel.
As I said, those O-rings are extremely tight.
Look how dirty that is. It's partially just the juice. It's not your fault.
So is that gold plated or gold?
Don't know, honestly. I can look in the extensive manual.
I'm gonna bet for the price point it's gold plated at best.
Because it's $39.99 just for the mod.
Yep.
So it's not solid gold.
How much was the RDA?
37 or 39-ish. Look at this.
Oh, yeah, sorry,
Look at this. All right, so you got
not down in there.
you have English, Danish, German, and Spanish. And you're like, okay, I only needs English. You open it up. Come to find out,
Good thing he put the bottle lid on.
yeah, you also have French, Italian, Russian, Greek, and also Greek. So,
Not geek like a geek baby.
yeah, or the Greek bit. So that means this is pretty accessible throughout the world. I mean, really.
Sure.
You know, for the most part, it's still just a 4-post RDA. Now this one is postless. The coils go down. There's no actual screws like you would be used to seeing on a regular one. And you can go to the
I already messed this up.
website to see them if you want details. I'll probably post a couple close-up pictures of it too, so you can see the pins.
And so when you buy it in the box, also comes a little extra screw. I don't know if you can see that.
I always need an extra screw.
For all your screwing needs.
You get a little extra screw.
Should come with an extra pin too.
He's getting
Or is that the pin?
You
there.
get
That's the screw.
you get a little extra springy do for your button. And just in case you really mess up, you get a bunch of little extra tiny magnets, which are actually very strong. I was amazed.
Oh, for the door?
Yeah. See, look.
That's kind of cool. Yeah.
And they're super small, but they're strong for little bastards. Maybe they're neodymium or
Oh, that looks about right. As straight line as you can.
I should have brought my whole vaping setup. I was thinking.
Well, we were doing an impromptu.
That's true.
So most of you probably who own an RDA know how to do the cotton, but she's just going to show us here. So you peel the 2 outer skins as thinly as you possibly can. Like this.
What are you laughing for?
Because that's a pain in the butt.
Oh, you get I didn't notice, but you get an extra little drip tip when you
Yeah.
get your pulse. Your
Yep, roll one end and shove it through. And if you do it right, you might have enough left over to cut off and put in the other one. If not, you can cut another piece.
I think it's, to me, it just looks like an extra little drip tip.
Yeah, it's a 510 adapter. You can use it just like that if you want it.
And then I can get the dang thing on.
Grab a 510, see if it fits.
Well, that's the metal one. I think that one's kind of cool. No, it's way too big.
Is it? Seriously?
Yeah.
Go the other way.
I just went both.
Okay,
See, look.
I guess I'm completely fucked around.
Yeah, so it's just an extra black regular drip tip. Well, I haven't really looked through the contents of the box, which every good vapor should, but you know.
Well, we're gonna just kind of have fun with this video.
And this is a Tony B project, for those who don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good.
Oh, I didn't know that. Let me see. So you want to go out past the part you coiled, or spun, because you're going to cut that off.
Yep.
So right about there, and then cut this like a millimeter to the left of your tank, or mod. Tank. 38, yes. And then clip the other end, about the same.
I brought back the Mountain Dew can because I'm going to be putting juice in this because I had to take a bunch out.
You going to put Mountain Dew in it?
No, I had to put all the other extra juice in here
Oh, we'll swap out his old juice.
because it was dirty. It's gross.
And you tuck them in.
But, excuse me.
That might fit. Try it.
Now I was going to
Just do the very, very end of it if you can.
as a comparison to the old juice, I don't know if you can tell, but this looks a lot cleaner. Would you agree?
Yeah.
A lot cleaner.
Well, you know why it changes to that darker color, don't you?
You like the sunlight and the nicotine going bad?
Yep. Nicotine, when it gets in the sunlight, doesn't go bad. It gets stronger.
This is new cotton candy juice. Oh yeah, so that is the top airflow, as where this one, can't really see, is bottom airflow. And two different coils, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Well, the biggest thing is we don't have icky sticks.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if you want to look at the health side of it, yeah, it's healthier for you and all that, yes. But cigarettes just stink.
Yep.
I had a friend of mine over earlier, and he had a cigarette before he came in. And I used to smoke 3 packs a day. I mean, and I know I'm going to have to. But he came in and he just stunk. I was like, oh, dude. So, there's that. Or if you go to get a haircut and the person cutting your hair smokes a cigarette, it's just in your skin, your clothes, and they're leaning all over you. It's just like if they didn't wear deodorant. You can smell them.
Oh, and so,
Horrific.
as one would think, since I changed out the juice, so now it's the new juice, it tastes a lot better too.
So you use that circus though.
The circus cotton candy, yes.
It's still darker.
Yes, it's darker.
Did that work?
Yep.
Did that work?
Here we go.
You cut it.
And when you, with these, when you change out your cotton, since you have this squonk bottle underneath, when you go to add more juice.
Do you want to fill your bottle before you do that? You look like you're
Yeah.
low.
You should probably. Oh, why is your bottle like? Look at that. Hold on. Show
That
them.
bottle's deformed.
Look at her bottle. Look at mine. What's going on here? Are you bottle abusing?
Yeah.
I would say what it is she's probably squonked hers more, so her bottle's softer.
Well, what I would guess, and that's just me, is when she put it in, it bent a little bit,
It did.
and so like there's too much top pressure, so it kind of just like if you squeeze a can, it.
I see what you're saying.
Whereas in mine, I got it to line up just right, so.
Are those like really super fine thread? Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Is there an O-ring in the lid?
Yes, I believe so. I could be wrong though. I have been wrong once or twice before in my life.
No, I think it's just a really fine thread. Oh, there is an O-ring on the bottle. So that's what seals it, so it doesn't leak all over inside the
And
wad.
it's got a bunch of rubber up here too.
That's what I said. It's got enough seal on there.
I wasn't paying attention. Drinking water.
That's almost big enough. If you were steady enough, you could almost just pour the bottle in there if you wanted.
Honestly, I think you
We're
could.
not that good.
I was gonna say,
Oh, well, you might be.
I believe I could because I remember back when I used to have those unicorn bottles that were really small. I'd always pour it.
Yeah.
Where's your poster at? That's another juice you have around somewhere.
I vaped through that so fast.
Yes, poser. What was?
Affordable.
Yeah, it was a new form, wasn't it? The
I don't
juice.
know.
Yes.
It was a new form juice called Poser, and at the vape store that we like to go to, it's the #1 seller. It sells 4 to 1, and depending on what temperature, what watts, all this, that, and the
Oh,
other,
yeah.
it changes the flavor of fruit that it is, which is really cool. Oh, see, there's the annoying thing. But here's the thing: I didn't really care for it that much. I didn't care for it that much, but I mean, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, it was pretty good, but I didn't care for it, so I gave it to her, and she downed that thing really fast.
So like at 40 watts it was strawberries, and at 50 watts it was watermelon and stuff like that.
I personally don't know because I only vaped like 1 tank from it, and I did the same constant watts. Another juice which I wish I had some is Charlie's Chalk Dust gummy worm. Oh, it was so good. We got that when we went down to help her folks move down to Texas.
See, now, that's another thing that's kind of odd. See, I smoked cigarettes for like 30 years, and I was up to 3 packs a day. I bought, Marlboro Reds. I didn't change. I was like, oh, hey, look, they got a new one out. Let's go try that. Nope.
Look at cigarettes.
I
are
just smoked Marlboro Reds. That's all I do.
I think
If
cigarettes
they were
are
out,
cigarettes.
obviously I went to Camels because that's what they did.
What
But
Camels
would-
did you smoke?
Well, just regular.
Okay.
But juice, you know, before I was on cotton candy, I was on Pounded.
And Muffin Man.
Before Pounded, I was on glazed donuts. Before that, I was on blueberry donuts. Before that, I was on strawberries and cream.
That was good.
I was stuck on that for a while.
Peanut butter too.
Oh yeah, and then I had
Wasn't
the Swartz, Combing the Sands, peanut butter and whatever it was. Philip Rock, I had their creme de la creme. She deformed her bottle.
Did you?
What's going on with that?
I don't know.
The top, can you fix your bottle for you?
I don't know.
What's going on with it? Your rubber's too big. You need to stick more rubber in the bottle.
Oh no, I think there's just an air pressure in it.
Yeah, with what you're doing there, you got too much. There's too much hose.
What do you?
You gotta take it off, take the lid off, shove more hose into the bottle.
Yeah.
I know.
I'd say that's about as much as I had.
It won't go in.
Let me see.
That's what it looks like. I mean,
It looks like it's all the way down. Yeah.
no.
Oh no, you can go down a little more.
When she puts it in, the hose is pushing the top of the bottle down.
I got it in as much as it can go.
Well, let's see what happens. Is that the issue, or I can't get a whole lot of the phone because I don't have one. We're having some technical difficulties with our
See?
hose.
Perfect.
Okay, anyway, as I was saying before they made me fill my squonk bottle, when you go, I guess if you go to fill your squonk bottle and you put it in, it's going to prime it up pretty good. But there's a couple dry spots. When you go to prime it, you want to do the tops, but don't do the bottom, because that's what the bottle's for. And so you don't want to fill the bottom of that, because if your bottle is filled all the way, it's going to overflow and get all over the place and make a mess.
I've noticed just from us putting that bottle in, it's already primed it just a little bit.
Oh, it primed it pretty much all the way. There's just like one tiny dry spot.
He's got
Yeah,
to
you got a little bit of leakage.
Yeah, that's what I was going to...
address.
Yeah, here in a second.
So you line the air holes up with the coil then, and not the wick, like you would on a regular mod.
Well, the airflow goes straight to the coil, if you can see it there.
Mm-hmm.
So the airflow goes straight to the coil no matter what.
So now, you got everything all primed, and you don't have to worry about dry spots. Can you just hit it hard?
Obviously not.
Well, it's not obvious. Some people don't know. Generally don't want to hit it really hard. I mean, people who vape quite often know this already, because when you put in new con, it's in my opinion, it's kind of delicate. You don't really want to.
You gotta break it in a little bit.
Yeah, kind of like a new pair of shoes. Not really comfortable at first, but then once you break them in, they're like really good.
Even though you're using your original coils, just cotton. So you don't want to burn the cotton, that's what they're getting at, I guess. So that tastes like shit.
Oh,
It's horrible. Where's my water? Oh, here it is.
I don't know.
Trying to unscrew the whole thing.
Yes, but only this is coming off. Because I get
I have really good fingers.
That's what she says.
So even though it leaked a little bit, none of it went down like into the head, it was just on top.
And the good thing is, like, if it does leak a little bit, I mean, there's no board that it can really mess
It's not
up.
gonna
It's-
really hurt anything.
They tried to say it's an unregulated, which I guess this can be a debate that could be discussed in the comments if it really
It's
needs
not
to.
regulated.
Some people called it unregulated mod.
It is.
But it's also, the claim is it's a mech mod.
It is. Regulate it would be like this, where if you press and hold the button, it'll shut itself off in 10 minutes. Or...
10 seconds, I hope.
Isn't that what I said?
I said 10 minutes.
Holy cow, yeah. 10
He's
minutes.
just do it.
If you hold the button for 10 seconds, it powers off. Also, you can turn it off and on with the button.
You can't.
That one's a mech mod.
So if you try to turn it off.
Unregulated, no safeties, no nothing. You push the button, and it'll go until you let go or that battery smokes.
Well, I like about what's nice
It
about
will not
this-
shut off, period, unless you mechanically let go. It's not regulated in any way.
What's nice is it kind of has a nice squishy button. You know,
Is it clicky? Or smushy?
it's squishy. Well, it's if you press it all the way, there's a click, and that click is my way of knowing you pressed it good enough. Ooh, I got hot.
I like clicky.
Oh yeah, I like clicky too.
Why is mine not firing?
You broke it.
So, in case you guys didn't know, it is now 1:15 in the morning, and it's supposed to be 2:15 in the morning.
Oh
We
yeah,
fell back.
daylight savings.
Yeah, that just messed me up because
Hey, that means
I
you don't have to
literally
get up work
checked
so
it.
early.
Literally checked it like 15 minutes ago, and it said it was, well, okay, we'll say 17 minutes ago, and it was like,
Good thing we put the lid on that bottle, huh?
That wasn't
Anyway.
my bottle, that was my mod.
checked it at like 1:57. Now I just went over there to throw those away, and it's like 1:15. I was like, what in the heck? Oh yeah, falling back.
Definitely.
You suck.
So, I think we'll kind of wrap it up there for this video, and we'll most likely have more unless somebody,
That's
dies.
Oh yeah, I don't know. To be morbid about it, yeah, if somebody dies.
And then we might have to pause for a couple of days and sort out their mods, who gets what, and then we'll be back.
I want mine to be cremated with me.
I'm not cremating you.
We'll tell him we'll cremate it with him.
What if I
and
want to?
We'll
That's not
figure it out
cremating
between
you.
us.
Well, you can bury my cremation,
Okay. Compromise.
which means I'm still getting cremated.
I still get to pay me. We're back!
So
Nice
before
to
we
see
go, we also have an Instagram page that he's going to tell you the name of.
What it is called is CS_vapors.
There'll be a link below too.
Yes. Now, see you later, bye.
Bye.